MarineKing 경기장 도시형.
All right, welcome to the Taldrum Ultra, ladies and gentlemen. And here on the top left-hand corner of the map, we have our blue Terran player, representative from Prime. He is MarineKing. And his opponent in the upper right-hand corner from the team NSHoSeo, it is our red Terran player, it is Jjakji. So we have a GSL Code S champion against the perennial runner-up. And we'll see what happens here in this match.
It's just another game that could be a game right out of a GSL Finals, man.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys are that good, absolutely. And here's the thing, and for NSHoSeo this season, ever since they got knocked down to the losers bracket, Jjakji has come in and cleaned house every time they've called on him.
Oh, yeah.
And he has taken out some big players, too. So MarineKing might be, I would say, the biggest challenge here that he may have faced yet in this team league.
I think so. I mean, he's been able to knock out some very good players, and he's performed really well in the clutch as well. I mean, the one big misstep for NSHoSeo so far in this tournament was that all kill from Gumiho. They just couldn't find anything to come back against him. But ever since then, I mean, they avenged themselves really well by knocking out FXO in the lower bracket as well, and then they knocked out another 4 teams on top of that, 3 of those being premier Korean teams.
Now, this is actually a gigantically important game for both of these teams, and I'll tell you why, all right? No matter who wins here, the team that loses is going to be in serious trouble, all right?
Yes.
MarineKing, if he goes down, the only person I could think of that they could really send out to do damage to Jjakji would be Creator, right? The problem being that Jjakji is so good at TVP that I don't think even Creator would be able to take him on. Now, conversely, if Jjakji goes down, then NSHoSeo probably has to send out San. I would imagine he would be their next guy that they'd send out. I mean, they've already gone through Sage and pretty much the rest of their A-team. And San plays crazy, he plays risky, and he doesn't have quite as much of a chance to beat MarineKing as Jjakji does. So no matter who ends up losing this game, their team is going to be in serious trouble. So this is a vitally, vitally important game to win for both of these players.
Well, MarineKing opening with a pretty greedy strategy as he has a command center being constructed first, following that up with 2 barracks. Once again, it's actually the same build we saw him do last time on Calm Before the Storm, at least the beginning of this. Of course, different races, different approach here through the mid-game. Oh, but Jjakji opening up 2 gas off of just 1 base. He's already starting with Reapers for now, but he is going to build up a significant quantity of gas.
I think what we're going to see is actually going to be Cloaked Banshees out of Jjakji. He's going to build a starport down where his barracks is going to be moving from soon in the future. He's just going to make 1 Reaper and then do that. You can see the factory already there, so yeah, it's probably going to be that. Could be Blue Flame Hellions, but I think I'm feeling Banshees in this case. In the meantime, MarineKing just going for a solid army, you know, going for that expand, playing very MarineKing-esque, and so we'll have to see if Jjakji has picked a good build that that is going to work against MarineKing's standard style.
And looks like this Reaper just holding here for a while, wants to deny the Scout more than anything else. And he's going to be able to take that out very quickly, but we'll see if that causes MarineKing to change up his strategy. Oh, Jjakji scouts in. He sees the super quick orbital command. The Reaper immediately goes into action.
Yeah, and from that, too, he knows that there must be a scout, but it's taking the long way around, and he can just move his SCV back as well and let the second Reaper, it looks like, handle things. And a 3rd Reaper on the way for Jjakji. Oh, he's going for the 1 base Hellion Medevac Reaper build.
Yes, he is.
You've seen players Boxer do things like this too. It can definitely do a lot of damage to players that go for that very early command center like MarineKing has. And wow, this is going to be a tricky situation for MarineKing here if he doesn't scout this very soon.
All right, well, a Hellion does pop out. It's going to be able to stop the SCV here in time.
Oh, he needs to kill that SCV.
Yes, and it looks like he will. Okay, we have Reapers going into his opponent's base as well. All right, so that does go down, but the Reapers are actually doing quite a bit of damage to MarineKing. He's shifting back some forces right now, but already quite a few SCVs have already gone down.
Yeah, look at that great control with those Reapers from Jjakji, killing a lot of SCVs here, and there's just so many Marines, so it looks like both those Reapers will be taken out.
Yeah.
That's a serious problem for Jjakji. He's actually going to switch things up. He's going now for a Cloaked Banshees. That could have been his plan all along, but oh, look at this. Hellion plus a Reaper. That is a lot of damage to light units.
Yes, it is. But now there's a good number of Marines out once again, and conversely, these units are pretty low HP, and they will die quickly to the high DPS Marines.
True. Now, Stim on the way, but it's not going to come out anytime soon compared to the amount of time that it's going to take for the Banshees to get to MarineKing's base.
Yeah.
So it looks like Jjakji is going to have another little window of opportunity here to do some damage.
Now, I want to remind you guys, you mentioned before, as we do see Jjakji expanding out of this, this is an interesting situation given that this is a double elimination tournament, because if NSHoSeo is able to come back in this set, then they are forced to play an entire another best of 9 afterwards. If MarineKing.Prime wins, or MarineKing.Prime, if Prime wins this set or the next set, they are guaranteed to take home that first place prize. So they only have to win one of these best of 9s.
Yep, exactly. The Banshee on the way now for Jjakji. He's going to get in there and try to do some damage early on. He's producing another Banshee and a tank behind this as well as trying to expand. A little bit later than MarineKing, but it's actually going to be okay. It could still be okay in this case. He wasn't all in or anything like that. MarineKing, though, getting his upgrades, getting stim, but no turrets or anything like that quite yet.
Yeah, nice job picking up the SV building supply depot. Now starting to go after a couple more units. And do we have any scans saved up? None on that orbital command. And there is one on that orbital command. And this Banshee has to watch out. He could. It's getting pretty close. Wow. Stim still pretty far away, though. There's the scan. The Banshee is going to be able to get out of there.
Oh, wow. The Banshee control from Jjakji is always so impressive to watch. He's one of the best in StarCraft 2 with that. And another Banshee coming into the main.
Oh, wow.
That missile turret's not going to go up for quite a while here. Yeah, going after more CVs. And the Banshee comes back into the main base now again.
Wow, just Jjakji harassing his opponent to death. It's very difficult for MarineKing to get anything going. The missile turret is still not up yet. He's still killing so many SCVs. Now the missile turret finishes. The Banshees are going to have to move away. That Banshee got 11 kills. This one 9, 20 kills between them. A great investment for Jjakji.
Yep, now Jjakji right now is gearing up for a really nice push coming from behind this. There it comes. Marines, tanks, and he's going to have Banshees on top of this as well. He's going to repair those Banshees before he goes in again. 3 Hellions as well, so this is going to be a tough attack for MarineKing to repel. He does have stim now, but he may not have combat shields and +1 weapons. We'll have to see how fast it hits from Jjakji.
Well, Jjakji's got a pretty powerful army here. Those Banshees are getting repaired up. That DPS certainly going to help.
Oh, this is going to be so rough for MarineKing. Oh, getting shot by the Marauders, so he's going to lose one tank early on here.
He may lose a second.
Oh, he loses both tanks. Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, that didn't go quite as well for Jjakji. He's still about 20-some supply ahead. Another tank on the way here. Now Jjakji's going to be a little bit more careful. He's not going to pull that tank right up to the cliff, I think.
Yeah, he's got some supply to give, so to speak, but it's still a little ways away. Oh, these bio units are going to take some pretty good damage. Good job by Jjakji to fire just to bring the bio units back into the next shot of the siege tank, and they're cloaking back up. Once again, this missile turret is going to fall pretty soon. NKP does have a couple of scans available, though.
And denying the natural, such great strategy here from Jjakji, taking that later expansion, but then being able to lock down MarineKing so well. Look at that 81 to 47 supply. It's going to be tough for MarineKing at this point to come back in this game.
It's quite the uphill battle. He's down by 16 workers right now, not to mention the incredibly well-developed army from Jjakji now.
Yep. Absolutely repairs that Banshee for just a moment. He's going to go in after that command center again. He could start to pull tanks around the outside and start to try to shell that bunker as well. Oh, the Vikings out now, though.
Yeah.
All right, he's got to pull that back over the Marines if possible. He does have a medevac there, and he is going to start ferrying units on the high ground now.
Yes, smart play there. Yep. And the medevac taking a little bit of damage, but he still has SEVs with this that are repairing up these Banshees and eventually the medevac.
Yep. All right, so MarineKing still in a tight spot right now. He doesn't have any natural expansion to speak of. It's locked down too badly by Jjakji. And MarineKing actually looks like he wants to try to go over to this side.
That's a very MarineKing thing, is to pick up and try and drop and find some equalization.
Yep, he needs to. If he doesn't do that, he's not going to win this game. So MarineKing doing everything he can to kind of stay ahead at this point. If he comes back from this, it's going to be a very impressive comeback, too. This will be one of MarineKing's all-time great games if he manages to come back and win this one.
Oh, yeah, you aren't kidding. So MarineKing's going to drop in. He does get under the cover of fire, but there's already units in position for Jjakji, and he cleans up the medevac in the drop. No problem at all. That's a huge win for him. He's now double the supply of MarineKing.Prime.
Yeah, that attack was owned, and MarineKing is sitting there right now thinking, I don't know what I can do. I can't really sacrifice any more units to try to drop. I can't, break what he has at my natural expansion. It's just really rough feeling for MarineKing right now. So we'll see what he's going to do. He's going to try to stim in here. maybe try to take out some of these air units, get the vision off the high ground.
Yeah, he's going to be able to take out all of this up here at the front, but he's going to take some pretty good losses doing so.
You know, that bunker doesn't have anything in it, does it? No, Jjakji making a bit of a mistake not putting anything in there to get the extra range.
Well, it did actually have things in there, and then as soon as the units ran up, he popped them out to run up and help engage because they were still going to be just a little bit too far away.
I see. Okay, that does work. All right. Another strong force coming in, though, for Jjakji. The supply lead isn't quite as high, so Marine King may actually be starting to stabilize, but it's just going to be another really strong army to deal with once Jjakji rolls up here.
Jjakji, once again, getting those tanks precariously forward and out of the cover of the Marines for now, but now Jjakji is under the cover of the Marines. He has vision to the high ground with the Banshee as well. The siege tanks just out of range of hitting the orbital command, but they can make their way up there pretty soon. Oh, wow. A couple of SCVs going to bite the dust, though.
All right, command center getting around half health again. And, Jjakji not quite paying attention to his Banshee. Almost loses it there. Flies it back in to try to take a hit for the medevac.
Yeah. Oh, nice job. The tank's actually picking off a couple of Marines there and can't even make their way out to kill the last couple of units as Banshee going to move up one more time. Besides, it's more important to repair up the medevac for now.
For now, yeah. So here's the thing. Does Marine King have siege mode quite yet? He's making tanks, but I don't believe he does have siege mode.
No, I think he's actually, he's just sitting on, he doesn't even have a Tech Lab factory for now, so.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And Jjakji, he's got a pretty good number of Marines sitting out there, starting to ferry those tanks up onto the high ground, though. Oh, that's going to be dangerous for Marine King. He's pushing his way forward, but his bio units aren't getting a lot done at the moment. Oh, Jjakji just completely obliterates that. And ladies and gentlemen, I think Marine King may just be out of this game.
I think so, too. I mean, with that number of tanks on the low ground here, Jjakji is going to feel so safe.
Yeah, man, NSHoSeo just proving to be the little engine that could, and it looks like they're going to be able to equalize things here 3-3.
Oh man, this is such a close series here. Jjakji coming in, trying to finish off that orbital command. If he does, that is definitely GG.
Oh wow, Marine King.
The army's dead anyway.
GG.
Wow, NSHoSeo Jjakji taking down MarineKing.Prime.
That's
very impressive TVT.